Welcome back to Banished. So, okay, I have been warning of the cascading starvation thing for a very long time. Now, what we've got going here is we do have new food fields and all that. Oh crap, we've got a fire. Hang on, we got to deal with the fire. What's on fire? All right, we've got. All right, it's a house. All right, and they put it out. That's good. We have enough people, and I don't know. We got wells all dotted all over the place, so we're just going to rebuild this. There you go. Just rebuild that. We got plenty of builders and stuff, but okay. See, now we've got like 3 people that are hungry, and okay, here he's got a child died of starvation, another child died of starvation, a cleric died of starvation, and this, a miner has died of starvation. So now, okay, we've got people that need jobs. What? Oh yeah, we've got a mine that has run out, right? This mine, yes, it did. So we're gonna drop down 3, 4. That's fine, and we're gonna get rid of that mine because what is up with this one? Oh, there's no point. Is it? Alright, okay, we're gonna just remove this, and I don't think it's gonna do a darn thing because, what are they gonna do? Fill in the mine shaft or something? They're not going to. It's just gonna be there, like wasted space or whatever. So, but okay, now we got 6 people that are starving, despite the fact that we've got 1,700 food in reserve. And okay, here's what I'm talking about with starvation. Died of starvation, died of starvation. This one died of old age. It's whatever. And then, yeah, 2 of those are from starvation. So now, let's look here. What do you have? No, we're gonna do that and this. Okay, I can't be just deliberately starving these people out like this. That's just mean. So we're gonna buy them oat cookies. I suppose I could have just typed in 2,000, but whatever. Okay, everybody's dying of starvation now, despite the fact that we've got food in reserve. So there's 2,000 cookies. I'm gonna trade for that. So now there's another 2,000 food that we just brought in, but still we've got people dying of starvation. Okay, now we got 2,000, 3,000 food, but people are still dying of starvation. Why? Because they're not able to get to the food and then get it to their homes and then eat it before they starve to death. This is what I'm talking about with cascading starvation. Now it's going crazy. Okay, starvation, 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 starvation. All these deaths are from starvation. Now you notice, okay, these houses don't have the food. The people that are trying to deliver the food are starving to death before they can get the food from wherever it's stored to their houses. Also, people trying to take the food from the fields to the storage locations are dying en route. Okay, so now we got 7 people, 6 people. I mean, they're dying of starvation. They keep dying of starvation. You're down. Okay, I'm going to watch the population now. We got 405, 404 adults. What's our total population? Whatever. Bottom line is we're going to continue to see these starvation deaths despite the fact that we've got food in reserve. Now I got 2 people that are starving. They're going to try and get the food, but see, that's going to be accelerated because there's no food in these houses. So they're going to try and get the food to the houses, but the houses keep running out of food, and the people keep dying. So now no one is starving, right? No one was starving. We've got 1,100 food. Oh, but no, see, the houses are out of food. So, as a result, the people are going to starve. Okay, no one's starving now, but we've got 3 houses that don't have any food. We've got a stockpile. Oh, now someone is starving again. All these houses are running low on food. This house is running low on food. So you see how this situation starts getting... Okay, we're stored fuel is low. Yeah, and now again, we've got 7 people that are, like, they're trying to do their jobs, but they're starving to death en route. Okay, now it's coming to its house. There's no food at its house. This person, where are they going? They're walking all over the freaking place to try and do so. I don't know where this person is going, but they're going to die en route because, yeah, they just can't keep doing that. I'm watching this one little guy, and I think he died. He made it to the storage barn, but yeah, it was too late. And the storage barn doesn't even have food in it. This one does not have any food in it. It's 100% full of, like, silk cocoons and stuff like that. But now you see, it's like they're on this starvation path, and they're going to continue like that. And we're just going to continue to lose our labor force. We got lots and lots of them, though, so I'm not really concerned about that. Now, what we could do is just build more and more and more fields and things, which, you know, that would be the nice thing to do. But, guys, I think I'm pretty much done with this playthrough, and now you see how, okay, if the houses don't have food, then the people that live in those houses are going to be challenged to get the food to where it needs to go before they start dying and dying and dying and dying. And this is, if you are in a situation where you do not have all the laborers that I have right now, like this, I've got 156 laborers still. I started this process, I had like about 170. So that labor pool is what's kind of staving off a real severe situation, because what you'll have is they will start dying off from the various professions, and then the laborers replace whoever died in whatever profession, right? You know, so a guy out in the mine, or, you know, a stone worker or a potter or whatever, they die, and then a laborer will go to replace them, but en route to the job, because who knows where that laborer was at the time that they replaced him, they're going to trek halfway across the map and die en route, and so you end up with, like, your labor force gets drained down to nothing trying to replace all of your other merchants and you know, all the other professions, and it just doesn't work. It takes them too long to get to where they need to get before they freaking starve to death. And now we've got 400 food in reserve, but these 9 people that are now starving, they're not going to make it. Everybody's going to die. They're going to continue to die. We're going to lose our labor force. It'll dwindle down. And look how many houses don't have food. And this is exactly what I said from the very beginning episode, that once you've got this starvation problem happening, it just continues to exacerbate. It gets worse and worse and worse and worse until eventually you just lose your entire labor force. And then it starts sucking out of all your professions. And, you know, so if I cared at this point, I would shut down every industry except for food production. That's the only thing we would have going if I cared about the citizens of this town, which I do not. Clearly, I allowed in way too many nomads and did not accommodate all the food needs and everything. Do we have more nomads coming in? Is that what I saw? Did I see nomads? Oh, yes, of course we're going to allow 55 more nomads to come in because we just don't have enough hungry mouths to feed right now. And now we've got a bunch of homeless people, and they're going to bring disease with them as well. So this is now I deliberately sabotaged them by allowing in all those nomads. That was something no right-minded person would ever do. But I'm done with the playthrough. This is it, guys, and this is not going to get any better now, especially now that like I've got food production. We've got fish. We've got all kinds of food, right? But they're never going to be able to get it to where it needs to go. We got 37 people now, 38 people that are starving to death. The houses are all empty. Nobody's going to be able to get anything to anywhere before they all die. So, and everything is just going to crap. So, this, yeah, and I can't even keep up with the starvation messages. It's just, that's all we have now. Our laborers are dwindling so rapidly. Nobody's getting a darn thing done because they're all dying en route wherever they're going to go. You know, it's just, it's a hopeless cause. Nobody's homeless now, though. Like, if we let all those people in, nobody's homeless. Why? Because everybody's dying and they're leaving their houses vacant. But this is Banished, and this is the starvation part of the Starvation and Incest that I titled the series with. But super fun game, and if you don't deliberately try and sabotage your people, and you're very conscientious about always maintaining a good stockpile of food and never let the starvation thing start, you'll be fine. As you saw throughout the first 18 episodes in this series, I didn't have the problem. Why? Because we always maintained a very healthy stockpile of food, always kept a very sharp eye on that. But man, when I let in all those nomads and let the food reserves dwindle down, once the starvation started, now it's okay. Now we're down to 85 laborers, 84, 83. It's dropping like a rock. We don't need builders. We're just going to put the builders back into the labor force. I have like 8 builders for whatever reason. But see, now it's all it is starvation. So despite the fact that we've got people available to do all the stuff, and we've got food in reserve, like we've got plenty of food production, theoretically, they can't keep up with it. They can't get it to where it needs to go. Everybody's gonna freaking die. So I mean, I don't know if the sound is coming through. All these people are dying of starvation, and before the laborers can get out to replace them, like the foresters and whatnot in outlying areas, they are going to starve to death. So, yeah, and now we went from having 160 some laborers and 20 builders down to 32 laborers and 8 builders. And still, all the houses are out of food. 35, 37 people, 38, 40 people starving. This is the starvation that I warned of. So, I think what we're going to do is we will just watch them starve to death here. Watch our population just dwindle down. And once our labor force reaches 0, which is down to 7. Okay, let's get rid of all of our builders. So we don't need any builders. Now we're down to 10 laborers, 5 laborers, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. No laborers. Now our workforce is being just decimated. The people that are trying to do jobs, they can't. We got no replacement laborers. Nobody's able to deliver anything anywhere because they're starving to death. Um, now we don't have anybody tending the fields. It's, yeah, all these people. We still have 18 people starving to death. These houses are out of food and fuel. The situation is not fixing itself. It just will not fix itself because too many people couldn't get the food to where it needed to go when it needed to go there. And now look, all these industries don't have anybody working there. All of our labor force is gone. And still the starvation just continues to get worse and worse and worse. I still have all the fields and all the farms and, you know, herds and everything, but now all the people are starving and can't get there. So we're down to now, God, our population has been annihilated by that. So that's the worst case scenario, guys, where you just get in that never-ending cycle. And you can fix it. You can fix it by shutting down every industry. As soon as it starts, you shut down every industry except for food production, and you buy all the food that comes in from anywhere. And that just focus only on that. But you have to have laborers to be able to deliver stuff, things like that. But anyway, that is it for Banished, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's a very sad ending. Our poor town has just been completely obliterated because of poor management and the lack of necessary food to feed all these mouths that I allowed in. Now everybody's going to freeze to death. So the starvation thing is going to start getting under control, but they're going to freeze to death and get diseases because they're too cold and stuff. So anyway, that's it. My poor town has been, you know, completely just demolished because I'm a bad man. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please smash the like button. If you haven't played the game, I highly recommend it. It's super fun as long as you don't, you know, behave like a really terrible tyrant like me. So anyway, guys, please smash the like button, and I will talk with you all very, very soon.